Yeah, we haven't really talked about it much, to be honest with you. I mean, it's sort of one game at a time, but anything can happen. You get on a little bit of a roll like we have been, and hopefully they might lose a few games here, and we'll see what happens.
How big was it to have Brody back out there on Sunday's first game back?
Yeah, it was nice to see him on the ice in the game for sure. We're going to have to just take it slow and see how he does, but I think he played about 9 minutes, and it's just a matter of finding his legs and getting confidence and knowing that he can give a hit and take a hit.
And playing tomorrow against Lake Erie, obviously they're out of the playoff picture right now, but you think you guys are still, I guess they're out of the playoffs, but they can still beat anybody.
Sure. I mean, they're a good hockey team. We have a lot of respect for them. When we played them earlier in the year, they play us hard. They're a big, fast team that can skate. So, we have to be ready for them for sure.
And how big was this weekend as a whole? A little physical on Saturday, and then the big 3-goal first period on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. I mean, anytime you get 4 points at home, we didn't have the best start there on Sunday, but I was proud of the guys that they bounced back and stuck with it, and we were able to get a few more goals in the first, tie it up, and even go ahead.
And what have you liked out of TVR in his last few games?
Well, just his poise with the puck has been real good. And, again, he's still trying to find his game. He missed, 4.5 months or whatever it was, and the speed of the game and things happen quick. So he's still finding his groove.
I asked you this a couple weeks ago. I want to ask it again because maybe your views changed a little bit, but the depth on this roster right now, how deep is it? How does it compare with some of your previous teams?
Well, there's been some guys that have gotten in the lineup that have done a great job for us. You got guys like LeBlanc and Schnell that haven't played regular every game, and then you got the defensemen that have come up, Godovitz, Fournier, and now Seabrook, and they're important pieces of the puzzle. You need depth. We've talked about that in the past to go deep in the season and go deep in the playoffs. Right now we have 9 defensemen currently here today at practice, and that's not a bad thing. It's good to have competition and extra guys around.
They're a different field this year. You guys were playing catch-up last year to try and get a playoff spot, but now you guys are comfortably in 5 spot. Any different sense this year or no? Yeah,
for sure. It's a little more easy feeling looking at the standings and seeing that you have an 8-10 point lead on the 9th spot, which we've been in that position a lot, and it's tough to make up ground this time of year because of the 3-point games, and there's so many games that go to overtime, and both teams end up getting points.
And is it a matter? Do you see you guys playing a little looser with you looking down at the standings at this point?
I don't know about loose. I think the guys are just having fun right now, and they're in a pretty good groove ever since we started that trip to Texas. Came home with 4 points, and then we've built some momentum from that. And we have a lot of games to finish the season off here. Our practices are shorter, and guys want to play games this time of year, and that's sort of what it is.
You had all that defensive turnover. You've had these guys, the new guys now for a couple of weeks. I mean, just what's your overall assessment and how confident do you feel all the new guys on the blue line?
Well, it is what it is. We got to get them acclimated and get them going, and they've played some games. Each of them have played a bunch of games, and even in Texas, we had Justin Hall come up for a game and play, and he did fairly well. So we just get them acclimated to the dressing room, to the system, and throw them in there and do the best we can.
Stephen Johns has been on a tear of late. Discuss the way he's playing right now.
He's been good. He missed, I think it was 2 games with a upper body injury, but he told me Saturday morning he's ready to go and put him in the lineup, and he had a great game Saturday and Sunday.
Getting back to the depth then, with all the games, are you able to keep some guys fresh by maybe sitting a guy a game here or there down the stretch so everybody's fresh for the playoffs? Or is that not even enter your thinking?
Well, yeah, we're not to that point yet, Scott, but, we'll see. In 2 or 3 weeks, we'll see where we're at. And, we're trying to take away the workload in practice a little bit from some of the guys and shorten things up like I mentioned. And our morning skates are going to be optional from now on, so there's usually 5, 6, 7 guys that don't go out in the morning and save some energy for the game, and we'll see where we're at in 3 weeks from now.